What's up, all you beautiful bitches, and welcome back to the Hella Average Gamescast. This is the 25th episode. It's the holidays. I've got Carmen and Jeremy. What's going on, guys?
Just kill me now, man.
Kill
I
you
want these
now.
holidays to end.
Why?
Holidays, man.
Yeah, it is tough.
You know
on
what it's
us.
about.
Yeah, retail sucks. It's pretty tough.
Y'all gotta make sure you fucking stock all those turkeys.
And
God damn,
I have been
turkeys.
lifting turkeys for the past 2 fucking weeks, and I am tired of it.
Hashtag turkey gains.
I've been listening to stupid people asking me about turkeys for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you do get a lot of shit in retail, and man, it's amazing some of the questions you get asked. It's crazy. It really is.
I mean, you can't make turkey sashimi? Is that what you're telling me?
What animal does the turkey come from?
A cow, you fucking dumb son of a bitch.
If you want to know the difference between a fresh and a frozen turkey, drop one on each foot. See which one hurts more.
That's true. That's very true. But it's a lovely Monday night. We're recording early. Obviously, we got Thanksgiving coming up Thursday. So by the time you hear this, we hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving and a great holiday with your family and friends. And hopefully you choose to join us and listen to our beautiful voices come across your speakers. Because we're going to talk about some video games, I think, aren't we, guys?
We're going to talk about something.
We're going to talk about something. There is little to no news this week. And we're trying to scrape to get you something of substance. So we're going to do the best we can. But I'm sure, since we're all gamers here, we played a little bit of something this past week. So, Carmen, hit us with something.
Well, I jumped into my usual rigmarole, my Rocket League, a little bit of Resogun, and then I picked up a new game. I picked up Nex Machina, and that game is pretty dope. It's by Housemarque, same people that did Resogun, and it is a ton of fun.
I've heard a lot of good things about that game.
Yeah, it's like a run and gun, twin stick shooter type deal, so it kind of, plays off some of the stuff that they're known for. But the mechanics are totally different. It has a lot of the same elements, like you can dash, which would be like your boost and all these things. But it's like if you die, the level resets, and then you have to redo the part that you're in. So I only played for about an hour, and I'm hooked. So I'm going to do some research about how to get some high scores, and then I'm going to go ham on this game.
Is it kind of like some of their other games? Is it a high score chaser?
Yeah, you're shooting for, getting your multiplier up, you're collecting your humans, you're killing all the ads that are on the screen, and then it's like with this one though, it's like when you clear a room, the whole, like all these little, I guess you'll call them beams, kind of like shoot into the room, and then you get teleported to the next area. So it's really sweet.
Is there a multiplayer aspect to it? Because I might could pick this up.
Yeah, I believe there is co-op. Like I said, I only played it for an hour, and it's like I bought it, jumped right into it, got right into the arcade mode, played through the first world, and then stopped.
And we talked this about Housemarque. I think we mentioned a few weeks ago that this is kind of like their last foray into that style of game. Their style has been pretty much the same across the board. If you played one of their games, you can kind of get that feel. So they're kind of venturing into other games, but I've heard really good things about this one. So I definitely, now that you're into it and you're digging it, it piques my interest a little bit more.
Yeah, I love these arcade style games. So I like going after high scores. I'm hooked on this twin stick shooter type deal. So
you've been playing Resogun since day one too. So
yeah. And this is like, the graphics are fucking great. The game looks good. The monsters look pretty cool. The weapons are fun. I just haven't learned all of the mechanics. And once that happens, boy, is it on.
Nice. So, did you jump into any Destiny like you said you were going to do?
I haven't had a chance. It's Monday, bro.
That's right. Man, I keep forgetting. It feels like a longer part of the week for me. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, because you're fucking lifting all them goddamn turkeys.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so
I still have the rest of the week, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on there with you. I got 3 days off in a row, so that's exciting.
How'd you do that?
It's I don't know. I really don't know how it happened.
Luck of the draw?
Yeah, pretty much.
He did some things for a guy.
My knees get dirty. Yeah. But what other games you been playing, Carmen? You hit anything else up?
I played some Fortnite just to pass some time last night to kind of end my gaming. I was playing with Will, so me and him jump around. We don't stay on a game long.
Yeah, y'all are known to. Will especially, he gets bored with stuff and he'll move on quick. With a quick.
Oh yeah, we got stomped in Call of Duty and then we were like, all right, we're done with this.
All right, so then Jeremy, what you been playing?
I've been sticking to the tried and true SNES Classic, baby.
You beat any of the games yet?
Nope, but I've made a ton of progress in Secret of Mana. Played some more Metroid, some Yoshi's Island. Sticking to those three mainly. Got my dragon in Secret of Mana. Did you ever see Neverending Story?
I have seen Neverending Story, yeah.
Yeah, remember when he was riding Falcor? He's just like, yeah!
Yeah, is that you?
Yeah, that was me, baby.
That's awesome.
I love doing that shit.
Where does Yoshi's Island rank on your games radar?
That's actually my top 10 games.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually my favorite Mario game of all time.
Now, I've heard some debate that that's not really a Mario game, or is it a Mario game?
It is. If you look in the title, it's actually called Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
Ah, okay.
Yep. It's actually a prequel to Mario World.
I've never played it, but a couple of podcasts I listened to were talking about it. They were making fun of that debate. Like, is Yoshi's Island a Mario's game? So it kind of piqued my interest on that.
Well, Mario's in it. He rides on your back the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, and if you get a invincibility star, you actually play as Mario. He transforms into like a super baby. And you can run along walls and use like the cape power. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool. Same kind of mechanics as Mario?
Actually, I mean, it's a platformer like Mario, but I think it's like the most accurate. Like the controls are so precise. Yoshi can like float in the air a little bit, like you jump and you hold down the float button or the jump button, and he can like float and hover a little bit. You know, he and eats enemies. He can throw eggs, which is awesome. They can ricochet, allow you to do some awesome trick shots and get secrets and shit. There's all kinds of like bonus stages in the game, and there's an awesome aspect where every stage you get a complete, like a percentage for completion, where not only do you have to beat the stage, but you have to do it while finding all 20 hidden red coins, 5 flowers, and beating the game with 30 seconds on your timer, which every time you get hit, the timer counts down, so it's like a perfect run. And if you get all 100% on all the stages in a set world, it opens up a bonus extra hard stage, and you can replay one bonus game as much as you want, over and over again, for extra lives and items. It's really cool.
That sounds something that's right up your alley, Mr. Nintendo.
I did that on the original SNES. Got 100% on all of them. That includes bosses and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, I told you I love that game.
That's awesome. So you still haven't moved on to the modern gaming in a while since you got that classic?
Still haven't turned on my PS4. It's 2 weeks in a row.
That is crazy. That's got to be a record or something.
I know. I was even going to plug it back in so I could watch The Punisher on Netflix. I just keep getting distracted.
Yeah, I started that too. And when I played a lot, well, I won't say a lot. I played about 2 or 3 more hours of Call of Duty. I didn't move on anymore in the campaign, but I did play a lot of multiplayer. Like I said, I'm pretty middle of the road now. I'm going positive more than I go negative, but I go even a lot. So, but I'm loving the game. I mean, it's, you know, for so long it was this futuristic of running on the walls shit, and you know, you can get your special up and you can stomp people and shock the ground and shit like that. And like for me, like the last Call of Duty I played was Black Ops 2. So I'm liking this kind of staying on the ground. You know, you got these old school guns. That's pretty cool. There's nothing too crazy. It feels just kind of basic, and that's what I like. So I'm digging it, man. I'm pretty hooked on it.
Would you say it's worth the full price of admission of $60?
Yeah, with everything, yeah. I mean, this game will probably go down in price pretty quick. You can probably get it. I think you can get it on really good Black Friday sale. But yeah, I bought it at full price, and I don't regret the purchase. I was kind of iffy about it. Like I said, the campaign is nothing spectacular. Other than looking phenomenal, it doesn't do anything groundbreaking. And, I mean, you've kind of heard this story before, like a Texas farm boy gets thrown into the war and he's writing letters home kind of deal. So, yeah, that does nothing spectacular. And really, the multiplayer isn't groundbreaking. It's kind of tried and true. Like, goes back to the the perks, you can get perks for your guns. Different ribbons that you earn can give you different like special perks, like score streaks cost less, whatever it is. Just back to the basics, Call of Duty, run and gun, a bunch of cool modes. I mean, even if you're like me and you got off Call of Duty, this is a great jumping on point. It really is.
Is Kevin Spacey in this one too?
Unfortunately, Kevin Rapey is not in this one.
Is Kevin Rapey?
He's not.
Is he your very creepy commanding officer?
No, I think he had his feel in what was it, Ghost? Is that what he was in? I can't remember. Oh, Spacey.
I don't really care for the Call of Duty. The maps just don't make sense to me. There's no rhyme or reason to the way they're laid out.
So yeah, I don't know much about like as far as that goes. Our buddy Will, he's really good at Call of Duty and he plays them religiously, and he says they're just like all the other Call of Duty maps. There's 3 lanes, so you pick A, B, or C and go. I mean, I don't really know anything about it. I know some of the maps I absolutely can't stand.
Most of the maps I can't stand, and then the spawns are horrendous most of the time. I get spawn camps so often.
I will agree with that. I forgot to mention that in the review. By the way, head over to HellaAverageGaming.com, and I got a review up for Call of Duty, but I forgot to mention this in there. The spawns are kind of bad, and I think they're going to work on getting it fixed, but you can get spawn trapped a lot. Like maybe if you are like rotating the map or you just spawn in, they're going to be there right in your face. So that can get annoying sometimes.
Too many times where I just spawn and then the whole enemy team spawns right behind me.
Yeah, it's like right with the spawn switched right after you spawned in.
Yep. So like that shit bugs the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it's definitely not without its flaws. But the stuff that I considered not bullshit, but just stuff I didn't like about the old Call of Duties is gone now. So now it's like I can ease back into it.
Yeah, this reminds me of like the what were those games? Medal of Honor.
Yeah, Medal of Honor did a lot of these old school war type games.
And that's what this reminds me of.
Which I heard in the rumor mill that it's coming back. Y'all remember that a few weeks back?
I didn't see it, but we don't need another shooter.
Well, yeah, the space is a little too crowded. So I don't know.
Just wait for Titanfall to die, and then a new shooter can come in.
I mean, look what happened, and we
EA.
talked about Lawbreakers. And, me, I was kind of like, man, this is kind of cool. But then Jeremy pretty much nailed it on the head. It's just too generic. If you're a generic in the shooter realm, you're doomed. Yeah,
you gotta stand out like Splatoon did.
Oh yeah,
in order to hold ground.
I didn't really play anything else. I did a couple of little Nidhogg rounds, but I played Nidhogg 1 too. So I don't know, nothing major. I've been watching some TV and some movies and shit like that. I do plan on jumping back into Destiny with you, Carmen, and getting brushing up for this new DLC that should be coming out next month. I'm pretty excited.
I don't know if we're gonna get as much content as we thought we were gonna, but we will see.
It's more content. That's the whole thing. So that's good. But
there's no guarantee for a new raid, though. That's the shitty thing.
Did you hear what it is? They announced what it actually is. It's
raid layers.
Yeah, it's like a sub. So picture like a mini dungeon inside the raid. So there's going to be a part in the Leviathan that's going to have its own like mechanics and its own little side boss. So maybe like a mini boss in if you like the old school RPG dungeons. So that's kind of what it's going to be.
Oh joy.
So there's no new raid, it's just new content in the raid. So, more stuff though. That's what we got to look forward to.
Yeah, that's the plus, more stuff, but a waste of my season pass.
Yep.
I'm not okay with that.
You can read up more. I think a lot of this, and I kind of skimmed over the article. This was a while back, maybe a week or so ago. It all came out right around the time they dropped that trailer for the Curse of Osiris. So they announced it, and I forget what it's called, but it's inside the Leviathan raid. It's a mini boss. It's got its own set of mechanics. So it's basically a mini raid.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, but other than that,
the least.
I haven't played anything. I mean, been busy, so the time I've been spending, I've been sleeping a whole fucking lot.
You're a lazy bag of shit.
Fuck you. I'm sure there's some news out there somewhere. So if y'all have got nothing else, let's move right along. And there's not a whole lot. You know what? Let's not. Let's go to new releases. I don't know what I'm doing going out of order here. Man.
Because you've lost your mind, man. There's not enough shit to talk about, so you're like...
I started talking, and I pulled up my cheat sheet, and I was like, oh, fuck, I just skipped this whole section because it's so tiny. But we did have a couple of releases, and we'll start out with Skyrim. A little game called Skyrim has been making its rounds since about 2000 and, I don't know, 12 now? 2011?
I think it's like 2011. It's like a 7-year-old game.
Yeah, it's crazy. It came out November of 2011, but it just dropped on the Nintendo Switch and VR. So when I saw Skyrim VR at E3, I was pretty psyched. I was like, oh man, that's cool. You get to play Skyrim VR. But it's getting dragged through the mud as far as reviews go. I hear it's pretty shitty.
You know, that surprises me. I thought of all the games to go to VR, this one would have been the easiest to port. Or at least, in terms of the fact that it's already first person, there's a lot of, it's combat that's just waving your hands around. But yeah, they said it's just, when you get into VR, you can really start to see the cracks in the Skyrim mold, I guess. Graphics are muddy and just not interesting looking. Movement is crappy. Combat's dull. Basically, people are seeing VR the way, not VR, people are seeing Skyrim the way I see Skyrim. Just bland and dull.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's Skyrim's fault or if it's really the fact that VR, the technology's not there yet,
I think it's the VR's fault, because if it was Skyrim's fault, then the Switch version wouldn't be getting good reviews.
Yeah, and the Switch version's actually getting really good reviews. I know Carmen hates it, but the big cool thing about it, you can now play Skyrim on the plane, train, or automobile. Not only that, the fact that a Nintendo console is running a third-party, Bethesda game, pretty cool. And the fact that it's just handheld, like you can sit on your couch and just play it like a fucking right there in front of your face portable. That's really cool too.
Or you can ride in the passenger seat while your girlfriend drives the car and you can play it. And then when you get to the Mexican restaurant, you can eat chips and play it.
I've bought Skyrim a bunch of different times in a bunch of different ways. And by a bunch, I mean 2. But I could see myself maybe getting a Switch and picking it up and trying it whenever I get a Switch.
Now, if you get a Switch, get Odyssey first.
I'm not going to open up and be like, oh, I got a Switch, I got Skyrim. Trust me. I'll have Odyssey first, and I'll have probably Zelda plus Splatoon. But I could see myself maybe getting bored one day and picking it up and seeing how it goes.
Not me. Well, I'm a one and done on that thing.
I hear you. I know that's one of your least favorite games ever.
Never even played it.
You've never played it?
Not missed much.
Never played Skyrim.
I don't know if it's in your wheelhouse either, to be honest with you.
Do you like doing a bunch of side quests that have no meaning and give you no meaningful rewards?
I've played a lot of not so meaningful games, Jeremy. Let's be honest. Let's be fair here.
But did you enjoy
Skyrim? I enjoy almost every game that I play. But Skyrim just doesn't appeal to me. It just looks drab.
So yeah, go get it if you like it. Don't buy it on VR. This is is a hella average hazardous warning. Don't buy this on VR. Go get it on the Switch. Have some fun with it.
One more nail in the VR coffin.
How many bags of dicks does Final Fantasy VR or Skyrim VR get, Carmen?
1 bag of dicks.
1 bag of dicks. That's it. So apparently, our good friends over at the Subject Tonight have officially made that our rating system now. Like that is our actual. Like we got to do everything like that.
They rated us a bushel of dicks.
Yeah, a bushel of dicks.
The more bags of dicks you get, the better you are. So
yeah, so you want more bags of dicks.
I thought we were at least a gaggle of dicks.
Well, we got a bushel so far, so that's a good start. But anyway, the next thing coming out, I don't know if our faithful listeners remember, but we talked a little bit about this Final Fantasy Monsters of the Deep VR fishing game. And we ragged the fuck out of this game, talking shit about it, that there's nothing that you can do better and more fun than having a fucking Final Fantasy 15 fishing game. Well, guess what? This game's out. And guess what else? It's getting good reviews. Isn't that some shit?
Man,
talk about swallowing your words on that one, huh?
I will admit, I did not expect this to get good reviews. I thought at best it would get mediocre to average reviews. But man, I guess when you have nothing else to play on the VR, Square Enix pulls in something that's at least halfway decent.
Yep.
And there's not too many mechanics that you have to kind of build into this.
Yeah.
It's like you have to be able to cast, you have to be able to reel in, you have to be able to set your hook. And then I'm sure they threw in some quirky little hand motions or something for some other stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure they had I'm sure you get to talk to your buddies and Prompto's there and Gladios and you probably see Chocobos in the distance. And I've seen pictures. It looks pretty, but man, it's just why the fuck would I buy a fucking $200 freaking VR just so I can fish.
I know, they should put it on the Switch, and then you can just take it wherever you want.
Yeah, then I can fish on the
That's
toilet.
what I'm
I can
talking
fish in the
about.
car.
Oh my god, that's the biggest selling point. I'm going to buy one tomorrow.
Next time you take a plane trip. Next time you ride on a plane, take it with you. It'll be fun. And then finally, this cool little game, and I don't know much about it, but I've heard from the guys at Giant Bomb that it's a pretty fucking fun indie game. It's Battle Chef Brigade. Thumbing through Twitter, and one of the hosts on Giant Bomb said, if you like Iron Chef and you've always wanted an Iron Chef game, then buy Battle Chef Brigade. And I fucking love Iron Chef, and I would love to play an Iron Chef video game. But anyway, this game's getting fantastic reviews, and I thought it'd just be cool to mention and bring up as an indie game on the Switch. I mean, I don't know, this is like the second cooking game that's gotten kind of popular, isn't it?
Yeah, Overcooked was a huge success. I love playing Overcooked. The game is a ton of fun. Me and my wife play it every once in a while. We're at the final boss and we haven't beat it, but if this is anything like that, then it will get monotonous.
Okay. I really don't know the mechanics. I haven't really seen any gameplay of it, to be honest with you.
What consoles is it on?
It's on the Switch, and I don't know that it came to any other consoles. It just looks like it came to the Switch.
Oh. Well, won't be playing that anytime soon.
But yeah, that was kind of a cool little indie title I want to bring up. I always try to highlight some of the good indie titles here to get the name out. I'm really a big fan of indies. We all know this.
Yep, they're a lot of fun when done right.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, as far as it goes, I mean, that's all we got, and I'll get a list up, so by the time you hear this, you can head over to www.hellaveragegaming.com under the news tab, and there'll be the new releases there for you to view. So now we can finally go into news, which there is not a lot of. So we can start with EA, and we drug EA through the mud last week. They made what would have been a decent to good Star Wars game, but basically destroyed it with microtransactions and pay-to-play models and just terrible stuff. But so after this backlash they got, apparently they temporarily, quote-unquote, removed the microtransactions from the game.
I mean, I savaged them pretty brutally with my Twitterless tweet.
Well, by the way, you're getting some requests to get on Twitter, so you might need to jump on that.
I don't even know what these tweeters are.
Hashtag bring Jeremy to Twitter.
Hell yeah, hashtag bring Jeremy to Twitter.
Is that some kind of sex move, the Twitter?
It could be, and you can make it up if you were on Twitter.
Jeremy, you couldn't make up any sex moves.
I could, they just wouldn't be any good.
Jeremy hit him with the cheat code. You ever seen this, baby?
L1,
yeah.
L2, R1,
Up,
R2.
up, down, down, left, right.
But so really though, is this too little, too late in y'all's opinion? Because to me, like this is just like you're too late. You done fucked up.
It's only too late if they bring it back. If
They're coming back,
then it's too late. Yeah, it is EA.
I've said it.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
they're not going to leave that kind of money on the table.
No,
$3 billion something in loot boxes last year. EA's getting their piece of that pie. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna bring them back. I mean, if you look at it, we were just talking about how, with the Ultimate Teams, they're bringing in close to $1 billion a year on just Ultimate Teams, and that's just one game. So then you pair that with the second game, you got almost $2 billion. They're not gonna leave this off the table. Now, what they need to do is they need to switch it from pay to win, and they need to just go purely cosmetic. Reskin characters, do different things. They need to do all of that stuff. They can't make it to where the way you are good at the game is to buy the best character for $2.99 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, just go the Overwatch model, make it all emotes and skins and shit.
Exactly. And then have it to where you have like a premium currency similar to what Overwatch has. There's a premium currency from competitive play, and the golden guns are 5,000 of these things, and I don't play competitive enough, but what I have played, I've only net like fucking 30 of them or something. So make it hard to get, but you don't have to make it to where the only way that you advance is with your credit card.
Yeah,
people are gonna buy the shit regardless.
Yeah, when you have that model, and sure you can grind it, but when you have to grind, let's say a month straight
hours
or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't, whatever amount of time, an absurd amount of time to get half of this, what you need to get this piece of gear, then technically you can get it without paying, but can you really? I mean, can you really get it?
And can you compete on your way to getting it?
Right.
That's the big thing. It'd be different if this is a single player issue. This is a multiplayer issue, and it completely breaks the balance when people can just come in and pay to win.
Yep, and then any time that a new character gets introduced, or whatever the case may be, because they can step out of the bounds that are already set. They can create a character. I mean, we're seeing that in a lot of series. So, they could just create somebody that's super OP before they make any balancing changes. People are going to go out and spend the $5, $10, whatever it is. I don't even know what they were charging for characters or how it was working completely. So you do all that, and then you break the game for 3 weeks, and then whenever EA decides to roll out a balancing change, now it's fixed, and then it will happen again and again and again, like clockwork.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. Unfortunately, I think this model's kind of ingrained in gaming now, for the most part, which is shitty.
I know, and everybody's talking about it. Colin Moriarty, he just started his side quest stuff from Colin's Last Stand. First topic was EA.
I mean, it's shitty. Like, they are under fire right now.
They deserve it, I mean, honestly, the fact they pulled it, that shows me that we as gamers have a voice. And that, I mean, I don't think EA listened to us, but Disney definitely did. Yeah, they said we have a fucking movie coming out with a Star Wars name on it, coming out in less than a month? And the last thing we need is you assholes fucking this shit up for us. I swear to God, Mickey flew over there and just started kicking them in the balls, giving them what for. So you don't fucking talk to me, you piece of shit!
Oh, God.
Get the
true.
fuck up!
They can't fuck it up for them. But, I mean, can you fuck up Star Wars to the point where people don't go see the movie?
No. Well, you can fuck the movie up that bad, Jar Jar. But I don't think Battlefront 2 could have, microtransactions aside, could have been the worst piece of shit video game ever made. People are still going to go see the fuck out of Star Wars in the movie theater.
No, this just bodes bad for EA. I mean, I could see it being like the next EA title could get boycotted by people or whatever it might be.
What the problem is that they didn't have any oversight. There was nobody hovering over them saying, like, no, this is fucking dumb. Like, who in their right mind, like, all the money that EA makes, and you're telling me that they were like, we gotta pinch pennies on this? Like, we gotta pinch people's wallets?
You done fucked up when Disney says you're being too greedy.
I know. The motherfuckers that put movies in the vault.
I know.
And don't fucking release them for 20 years.
Jesus Christ. And when they say you're being too greedy, you fucked up bad.
So, there you go. What's going to happen? They'll come back later on down the road, probably revamped in a way that doesn't look so atrocious. But they're coming back. But, Jeremy, you're giving a little bit more leeway than I am. I still think it's too little too late at this point.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think their license for the Star Wars games is up in 2 years. That'd be interesting to see if Disney lets them renew it.
Yeah, 2020 I think is what it is.
Yeah, if they fuck up, because I guarantee you they're gonna make a Battlefield 3 or Battlefront 3 next year. If they fuck up again, Disney's gonna kick them to the curb.
Well, I don't know if they are because like I was saying, there's supposed to be 2 untitled Star Wars games, and Visceral was for sure doing one, and it wasn't Battlefront. So I think this was the last Battlefront game, unless they renewed the subscription, or not the subscription, but renewed the rights. So, I mean, if they don't get a chance to renew, then some studio is going to get the rights to Star Wars. And if the right studio gets it...
Oh, no, that would be terrible.
Yeah, Naughty Dog, don't buy Star Wars.
Oh, not Naughty Dog. Not Cryotech. Not Nintendo. Ooh, whatever.
Oh, if Nintendo got it, they would fuck it up even worse, let's be honest.
Yeah, you'd have to play it on the Switch, and your internet connectivity would have to be dial-up only with using that god-awful headset shit.
Oh, because then they're going to milk the fuck out of it with amiibos.
But you know what? I can still see fans sitting there with 14 devices hooked up to their ears with their Switches plugged into a giant socket in the wall and going, well, Still better than dealing with EA's microtransactions.
You would literally have to build your own lightsaber with the Force crystals to play this game.
They would force the shit out of motion controls into that thing.
If anybody gets it, though, I think Ubisoft should get it.
Yeah, they'll make? What's that? What would it be? It'd be called Star Wars Cry, Far Wars.
I'm about to say, you're going to say StarCraft, aren't you?
Well, I was thinking Far Cry. And I was like, how can I? So then Star Wars, Star Cry, Far Wars. But I could see a Ubisoft Star Wars game. Why not?
Oh, I can see it too.
But
I think they fit that genre well.
Basically, at this point, anybody with those kind of chops besides the EA.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even BioWare could get it. I mean, because didn't they make Knights of the Old Republic?
They did, I think.
And that's one of the best touted Star Wars games ever made.
They would but they wouldn't do Battlefront. They would just make another Old Republic, which I'm sure people would love.
Fine by me. But anyway, that's EA. They're doing, like I said, me and Carmen think they're going to be back up and running within a short amount of time.
Yeah, without a doubt. They're not going to skip a beat.
Did you ever play this little game called Rampage? It was an arcade game. I know I played it on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I played it with a buddy of mine, I think, on the 64.
Never touched it.
It was just like there was a ape, a wolf, and a lizard. And you were basically just on these buildings just causing, like, wreaking havoc. Just wrecking shit. Yeah, so...
Arcade, score chasing kind of a game. Pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But they're making it into a movie. And it looks pretty... So it's starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? And I love The Rock. I think he's pretty fucking cool. But this movie looks a little over the top. Like, it's almost like so much CGI action. It's like, okay, calm the fuck down.
I'm confused as to, like, what's the plot then? Like, if the whole point of the game was to chase a high score and to bust the city down, are we literally just going to watch them destroy the city?
It looks like
That's what it looks like. It looks like it kind of shows, like, the gorilla at first. It's in a zoo, like, and The Rock's a zookeeper, and some kind of...
No, he's in the wild.
Oh, he's in the wild, like
yeah.
And something falls from the sky and shoots the gorilla in the face with some kind of mist, and he starts growing, and
he's King Kong size.
Yeah, turns in. So he basically gets out, and then there's some giant wolf that's already there, and they're starting to fight each other in the city, and then all you see is giant fucking lizards, crocodile-looking motherfuckers swim through the water at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, like when I heard this was coming out, and I was like, great, it's another video game movie. I like The Rock, but I'm like, he's not really a symbol of quality all the time. I mean, Scorpion King, anyone. But I thought for sure, this is going to suck. And it came out, and I just didn't look at the trailer. And then I was just bored one night at work. I was like, I'll just look at it real quick. And I was like, fuck, it looks like it'll just be stupid fun. Like, just turn your brain off and just, like Michael Bay used to be. Instead, before he was just stupid. I was just like, I'm not going to see this in theaters, but I might actually watch this.
I'm cringing so hard about this movie, just thinking about it. I'm, like, playing it in my head as to what I'm going to be seeing.
Well, just watch the trailer and you'll see what you're saying.
It's, I don't know.
It's going to be, like, hella repetitive.
It looks a little.
They're going to end up putting
top.
some plot twist into it that's going to be like, well, they're actually saving the day or some.
There's a plot to it, I'm sure, but I can guarantee you, they're not even going to get to the city until like the last 30 minutes of the movie. I already know how these things play out. They're going to be in that jungle for like the first hour. In the last 30 minutes, they're going to be in the city actually destroying shit.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm still waiting. Like, I want video game movies to be good. Now, this has a bunch, like, I like The Rock, I like Joe Manganiello, he's in it, and I like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So all those are they're big name roles, and they're in there, so I like them, so I'm going to watch it just for that, and I'm okay with dumb action, like...
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready for, and I want video game movies to be good.
I do too, and we've at best just had some okay movies, But most have been awful. Most have been awful.
Yeah. So I'll probably check this out. We'll talk about it a little bit, but it's cool to see. So if you want to get your feel of Dwayne, the most electrifying man in the world, The Rock Johnson, go check it out. Let's talk about the Golden Joystick Awards. This used to be the People's Gaming Awards, I think it was. And you can vote online, but it's primarily like a British thing, it looks like. It's the second oldest gaming awards ceremony. And they've already held their voting and they released their winners. So let's go over some of the... we can go over most of them. But do you want to go ahead and start out, hit them with the Game of the Year?
No, I got to build up.
I got to build up to that shit? Okay, all right. So let's go.
It's not going to surprise anyone, but go ahead.
Let's go to Best Storytelling. That went to Horizon Zero Dawn. I enjoyed the story. It really kept me engaged. It was just a really cool way to explain what happened and how you got to that point. So I can see that. I know that it didn't grab Carmen like it grabbed me. Or Jeremy. It didn't grab you either.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent story, but nothing spectacular. I thought there were games with better stories out there, but they could have made a worse pick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
At that time in gaming, I was slathered in baby oil. Nothing could have grabbed me, dog. Nothing.
Yeah, I remember that. You were in kind of a slump, weren't we?
Astroglide.
Yeah, we were both in kind of a slump for a little while.
And we were like, this is the game that's going to bring us back. And it grabbed onto you like no other. And me, I was like, nah, bitch. Back up.
I was in the exact opposite camp. I was just awash in fantastic games, and this was... It failed to grab me, but I didn't care because I had too many other great games to play.
Yeah, you got big into all those Japanese games that were coming out at the time, like Nioh and Persona and all that.
Persona and Nier and Yakuza all came out like within a month of each other.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. Best visual design. Anybody want to take a guess at this one?
Cuphead.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I have a feeling that Cuphead's going to sweep this category. Definitely.
I
don't know who's going to contend with this one.
It's so unique and beautiful to look at.
Oh yeah, it's definitely something that you don't see it ever. I mean, I've never seen a video game in this style that I know that I can recall. So it's really cool, really cool. Best audio. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've heard the soundtrack and the audio is fantastic in there.
Which I find odd because I've heard that there's really like not a lot of music in it. It's just a lot of ambience, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It kind of bums me out too because I like the Destiny soundtrack is so good.
It really is. Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 have had phenomenal soundtracks.
I like sing it when we're in the game. It's like we're in the party and I'm just singing the music the whole time.
Yeah, I agree with you because I mean, they did a really good job. And although I haven't played Zelda, I don't.
I'm gonna watch a stream of it tonight, so I can kind of hear what the audio cues are.
Yeah, then you're gonna hear somebody be yelling "fuck" over all those sounds. Fuck. But best gaming performance went to Ashley Birch, who was Aloy in Horizon Zero Dawn. So that's pretty cool. They're getting a bunch of nods like that. But she did a really good job.
I thought the dialogue was just so fucking bland, though, in that game. It's like, Aloy is lost. Let's go find Aloy. Like, okay, buddy. It's okay.
Well, it opens. Once the story starts to open up and you start learning exactly like who she is, how the robots, why they're there, what all these secret underground bunkers are, it grabbed me and I really enjoyed it.
But it's like the dialogue is just so bland. It's like you can predict almost every line.
When it comes to the story, like this was the thing, like I actually thought like the reason for the dinosaurs was kind of neat, but that was the only aspect I didn't find predictable. Like her big identity reveal, I was like, I saw that from a mile away. It was so choreographed. The whole bunkers, you already pretty much guessed what was going on. Like I said, good game, but just predictable story. As for her actress, she's not bad, but she didn't stand out to me either. Only thing I honestly even remember about her character is that she had a very square jaw, very square face.
She had a distinct look. She really looked like, what's that fucking basketball player? Carmen, me and you talked about it. Blake, what's his name? Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. Yeah.
Good, Carmen, go look up or Jeremy, look up a picture of Blake Griffin. You'll probably laugh your ass off. Best multiplayer game. You want to take a stab at this one, Carmen?
It's not going to be Destiny.
You want a hint? It's not even a full game.
Oh, PUBG.
Yeah. Sure
Scrub
enough.
G.
Sure enough. Best multiplayer game went to PUBG. Not
Best game in early access, PUBG. Best game not released, PUBG. What other awards can I give PUBG? Best game that's going to be a game.
Best early access game running on Unreal Engine.
Best reason for gamers to be absolute hypocrites when they complain about a $60 game not having a ton of content and then shelling out all this shit ton of money on a glorified demo.
That was pretty long, Jeremy. I feel like you were airing out some aggression with that one.
Yeah, some animosity.
Yeah, it has some gumption behind that.
Plot twist. They're going to fucking turn off everybody's key. They're going to deactivate everyone's game and make them rebuy it because EA got the studio.
Oh, shit. In a world where EA is taking over.
PUBG gets pulled from early access and resold to you.
What's the studio of the year, guys?
Oh, that's Nintendo.
Yeah? What do you think?
Nintendo, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Nintendo!
I can get behind that, actually.
Yeah, too. I can get down with that. Best VR game was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which is...
I bet that's so scary.
I've heard it's phenomenal.
I was going to say that's the only game worth playing in VR.
Yes, that's what I've heard, because it's really one of the only games, quote-unquote, in VR.
Yeah, it's the only game that's not a walking sim.
Yep. Let's see here. Esports Game of the Year was Overwatch. Good on them. I really appreciate that.
Really?
One. Yeah.
Over Rocket League?
Over Rocket League, yep.
I absolutely believe that. I mean, come on.
I don't.
Well, you're a Rocket League fanboy.
I'm an Overwatch fanboy.
Yeah, but I hear way more people talk about Overwatch than Rocket League.
I was at DreamHack, and the only thing they had for Overwatch literally was like a bring your own computer thing, and then they did some college stuff. Besides that, it was fucking minimal, and they put them on a stage at the end of the complex, like all down by like the food vendors. I just can't believe that.
Type in Overwatch porn and type in Rocket League porn. See which one wins. That's how you know Overwatch wins.
Have you ever seen two cars fuck?
Yes, I have.
Oh, God.
Yes. Rule 34 exists for a reason.
Oh, man. That's scary.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, because I don't really keep up with the esports that much, but I know that Overwatch is huge, and I know that Rocket League is definitely making its way into... I mean, it is huge, but it's definitely moving up more, so I don't really... I mean, this is a fan-voted thing, so obviously they went for Overwatch over Rocket League. But this is also the same people who voted the best streamer and Markiplier, so what can you do with that?
You can press Alt F4, and I hear that it will show you the rest of the awards. Do it. No, I know what to do, buddy. Don't you try to trick me. All right, PlayStation Game of the Year. You want to take a stab? Mahjong Legends.
Carmen's got close right there.
I'm going to say Horizon.
You would be correct, Jeremy. Horizon is the PlayStation Game of the Year. Xbox Game of the Year.
Cuphead.
Absolutely. PC Game of the Year.
PUBG.
What game of the year? Oh, PC.
Yeah. Man, y'all are just on it today. I
haven't looked. I can honestly say I haven't looked.
Yeah,
I know. Xbox was easy. What else have they released?
Forza.
Okay. Forza 27 or Cuphead?
You're right. All right. The Critics' Choice Award was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So that was pretty cool. Final Fantasy got into the Hall of Fame for the Golden Joystick. That's a good pick. The Most Wanted Award went to The Last of Us Part 2.
Really?
Yep.
That's good to hear.
Yep. The Still Playing Award, World of Tanks. That's a weird one. I mean, I know it still has a little following, but...
I hear people talking about it.
I'm sure it's a cult thing.
They had a Lifetime Achievement Award for Sid Meier. For those of you who don't know, he's basically the founder and programmer of all the... Civilization games, yeah. So you got a Lifetime Achievement Award, and finally, the ultimate game of the year. You ready? Are you ready?
Mahjong Legends.
No, I know you want it, Carmen, but I'm sorry. It's Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
It deserves it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
It's a decent choice. I still would have put Mario over it, though.
I'm not trying to say that I told you guys that it would do better than Mario in the award.
It won a award, not the award.
Exactly, but still.
Yeah, we'll see in the wash. I still think Mario's going to sweep up, but hey, this is pretty cool to see Zelda hitting the top.
Back on top after 20 years.
Horizon Light.
When was the last Zelda game of the year? Do you know, Jeremy?
97, Ocarina of Time.
All right. So there you go. There you have it. The first award ceremony is out. Looks like Horizon swept up, Zelda swept up, and PUBG swept up.
PUBG only got 2, right? Or 1?
They got PC Game of the Year and Best Multiplayer Game. Yeah, both Best Multiplayer Game. But it looks like Nintendo's going to clean up the most overall this year. So there you go. There you got it. There's going to be more award shows. We're going to be doing our Game of the Year pretty fucking soon, I think.
Probably next week.
You want to do it next week? Does that sound like a good one?
I'm down to clown.
All right.
Charlie Brown.
I was thinking about it. I say we do our top 5, and then end it with number 1 game of the year for each of us, and then we can maybe do a couple runner-ups for each of us. And then, I mean, we could do whatever after that. We can talk about most disappointing, whatever you want to do. That'll be fun.
I say we look through the various categories, and then, we see which ones we want to really dig into.
Absolutely. We'll do that. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a fun and exciting episode from your special boys from the Hella Average Gamescast. And that's it for news. I mean, that was us digging and scrounging too. But with all these not video games, but all these movies coming out, like Justice League came out, Rampage is coming out. What video game do you think would actually make a good video game movie? Like I was saying earlier, I'm still waiting for it. But what video game do you think needs to be made into a movie that's not a movie yet that would actually be worthwhile to go watch or make for a good franchise? I think obviously like The Last of Us, but they're already making that to a movie, so I don't think we can really pick that. But I would... Can you
pick it if you want?
I guess. I mean, I think The Last of Us is pretty much made for the big screen.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much a movie that you can play.
Yeah, basically. I think that's kind of cop-out, but I would definitely say Last of Us. Horizon would be a good one.
Yeah. I can see that.
I think Overwatch would do well.
What kind of... the lore of Overwatch is pretty cool.
Yeah, but I mean, they could do all the character development similar to what DC does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Overwatch would be fantastic if Pixar made it.
I got you. Yeah,
yeah, just do the straight up computer animation. Yeah, I'm just saying, just take that beautiful computer animation and the character design, and just make a straight up movie out of that.
You mean you don't want a full CGI diva?
That's what I'm talking about. It's all CGI.
No, I mean live action CGI, not Pixar CGI.
Fuck that shit. No.
Jeremy's voice cracked a little there.
Jeremy
pissing me off.
Those of you who don't know, Jeremy is all about the real life props. He hates CGI.
I'm a practical effects guy. I like CGI in action movies and shit, but I love classic horror, and it ended when they started doing CGI blood.
What you got, Carmen?
I just gave you my answer.
Yeah, he did Overwatch.
Oh, shit, that's right. I thought Jeremy said that one. Jeremy, what'd you say?
My pick would be Bloodborne.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. That gothic style on screen.
Yeah,
that would be sick.
I'd love a Bloodborne movie, man. With some practical effects, yeah. Hunting werewolves and, psychopaths and witches and shit.
Dark and gritty, that'd be cool, man.
Dark and gritty as fuck. With a good story to it.
Good 4 hours where you're lost and you can't find your way.
No. Good 4 hours where you just keep farming in the same spot and dying over and over again. And trying to beat that boss without taking any damage. And then going fuck it and just summoning someone with a beckoning bell.
You die, you lose all your souls, you rage quit, and the movie's over prematurely.
That's exactly how it ends.
Yo, wouldn't that be about a bitch if that's how they did movies? Like, it was like, it had fucking RNG. Like, you might get to watch the whole movie, or the main character might die, and then it might go straight to the credits.
Oh, that would be shit. I'd be pissed. You buy your ticket and you just happen to get the bad RNG, and you're like, man, fuck this. I want a refund.
But like you have to sign like when you buy your ticket that RNG is in effect. No refunds available.
I think, don't quote me on this, but I think there was a movie back in the day that had like 3 multiple endings, and depending on whether like the luck of the draw, depending on what ending you got.
I believe that you're speaking of Clue.
You are correct. That is exactly the one.
Clue had 3 endings, and depending on which theater, what time you went, yada yada yada, you'd get a different ending. And then when they released it on DVD, they released it with all the endings in there. Yeah.
That's cool. That's something I'd like to see someone try again.
The reason I know that is because I never watched it as a kid, and it popped up on Netflix, and I watched it, I'd say, like a year ago. And it quickly jumped up on like one of my favorite movies lists. Like, it's a really cool movie.
Yeah, see, I was the same way. I never watched it before. Caught on Netflix, but I just thought it was okay.
But that could
which is disappointing.
That could be a cool thing to do again, Carmen. Like, throw up. Let's say you film 6 endings. You buy a ticket, there's no telling what ending you'll get. But in today's day and age, you just fucking YouTube it, right?
Exactly. The endings are all there. Somebody will have already recorded it, but like, I think the RNG is the way to go. And the main character might die. The whole movie might change. Kevin Spacey might not touch the little boys.
A PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds musical.
Oh, kill me now, dude.
In early you can only see it in early access.
Yeah, that's it. It's only 45 minutes long.
It's only Thursday
seconds.
Thursday showings. Pre-Friday showings, and it only shows at 10 p.m. And I want the lead to be somebody like fucking Channing Tatum. And in the musical, he just does the robot the whole time.
No.
All right. So piggybacking off that, what franchise is out? Can be movies, TV, comics, anime, whatever. What franchise is out that doesn't have a game that needs to be a game, that needs to have a game?
House of Cards.
What kind of game would that be? Would that be like a Telltale game?
Yeah, definitely Telltale.
That's
the only way it works.
That's a good pick. I love House of Cards.
Yeah, you have to help Kevin Spacey molest the young boys.
I know, I was ragging on Kevin Spacey, but I'm so sad that the fucking show got canceled.
Yeah, I actually like Kevin Spacey's acting in the past. I loved House of Cards.
You like the way he was acting?
Like, I like his acting. I mean, the way he was acting was questionable and probably not so hot.
It was a joke. Joke.
We don't talk about those things on here. This is a game podcast. Don't be mean to me, Carmen.
Yeah, I'm completely indifferent to Kevin Spacey's acting career. I don't dislike him or hate him as an actor. Other aspects, though, not.
That's a good one, Carm. Like I did not expect you to hit that one.
That would actually make a really good
bangers every time we do this.
You do. You come with the heat.
Carmen comes with bangers, and Cam brings the mash.
Dude, that was so good, Jeremy, because I knew that's what you were going to say. I give that a 7 bags of dicks out of 10.
Awesome.
What you got, Jeremy?
Mine is a franchise that no longer exists, but is from my childhood. And technically they had games, but they were on systems no one owned, and I never even knew they existed. But I want a game on the PS4 for Thundercats.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
It would be so sweet. You can choose any one of the Thundercats to be. It could be Lion-O or Panthro or Chitara. You're fighting against Mumra and the mutants. It'd be open world. You can explore all of Third Earth. Oh my god, I'm getting a chub right now just thinking about that.
You getting a chubby already?
Oh man,
that's awesome. I'm actually having trouble thinking about some of these. Both of y'all did a fantastic job. I feel like I'm having like performance anxiety over here.
I mean, Family Guy could do the same thing South Park's doing.
Well, they actually had a game already.
Did they?
Yeah, it was on the PS2.
Oh, well, let's let them try again.
So I don't. Going on what Carmen said, there's something I used to watch as a kid that I really liked, and I think it would be like a more Telltale game. But y'all remember Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool game to have, where it's like a Telltale game where each episode they start out with the campfire, throw the dust in the fire, and each of the old stories or the stories whatever were the game that you're playing.
So each chapter would be like one full story.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Instead of having like 5 bits. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Tale of the Fire Ghost is chapter 1. The Tale of Laughing in the Dark is chapter 2 or something.
Yes, absolutely.
I wonder if pretty cool. I mean, depending on your actions, depends on whether or not the characters make it to the end.
Absolutely. Like, you could go and you could actually get caught by the bad guy, or, the slime monster could get you, or you might die from the swimming pool killer.
I can get behind that, too.
I didn't
remember the books, Animorphs?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Like, was that ever turned into a game?
No.
I don't think so.
That would be fucking sick.
So, there was an Are You Afraid of the Dark video game released in 1994 by Tectoy, but it was only on DOS and Macintosh. So I'm not going to count that. I'm kind of like Jeremy.
Yeah,
that's kind of pretty obscure.
If it wasn't on console, it wasn't a game.
Okay, yeah, we'll say that. And you said Animorphs? There was an
that would be sick.
Animorphs video game for Game Boy Color.
Really?
Yep.
I'm
published
sure it
by,
was not good.
Get this. It was fucking published by Ubisoft.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, so let's bump it up. Like, let's give it some real world shit.
Yeah, like open world. Like, if you stayed as an animal more than 30 minutes, you stayed that animal for life or something. Wasn't that it?
Yep. It was some shit like that. And then old buddy stayed like a bird for too long or some shit.
Yeah. Look at some screenshots of this game. That's crazy, man. But when you said that the House of Cards Telltale game, that opened up a whole new world for me, because you can take just about anything you watched as a kid or anything you have nostalgia for and put it into a Telltale game.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, I loved Are You Afraid of the Dark, but see, like, also a lot of the stuff I liked, there was always games of. Like, Rugrats had a video game. Power Rangers have obviously had video games. Most of the animes I watch have a video game. That's it. I mean, I think that covers some pretty cool ones. Basically, we're saying we want to see some cool, better Telltale games. Yeah, you hate everything, Jeremy. You're a grumpy fuck.
Hey, I like games, not interactive stories.
Well, that's it for me, guys. Y'all got anything else?
I got nothing.
Nothing, that's it? Well, we hope that you enjoyed your holiday, and we hope that you got fat like we're going to do, which I guess by the time you hear this, we did. And
you'll get fat, Cam.
Hey, easy now.
Yo!
Easy. Jeremy, shots fired over here.
God!
On that note, just let him know where to find us, Carmen.
Well, you can find Jeremy buried in his backyard, and you can go to our website, www.hellaaveragegaming.com. We're posting reviews, we're posting our podcast, we're posting all kinds of stuff. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play. If you're really feeling up to it and you want us to have Thanksgiving dinner, you should support us on Patreon. And on that note, stay hella average.
Gobble, gobble, motherfuckers.
Nice.